Hey, this is Sugar Hill. You're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here in London at the OVO Arena. We've just had an absolute barnstorm of a press conference. I'm delighted to be joined by Roman Fury. Roman, thank you very much for taking your time out to speak to us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, just in camp with Tommy and my dad at the minute, down in Wilmslow, just, completely cut off from everything. I've got a couple of fights lined up, 30th of September with Sky Boxer, and then hopefully an exhibition very soon. I'm just waiting to hear the final the final things to go through on that, and yeah, very busy.
It's been a few months since the debut of yours that you made on Sky Sports and Boxer. Just looking back on that fight, how would you reflect on your performance, Roman?
Yeah, I'm always comparing one fight to another, so that fight from me debut was, I think, a lot better. I'm learning, I'm getting better, and I'm showing improvements. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders, let's not deny that, so I thought I handled the occasion well, and now I've looked at that fight and I've got other things to improve, and that's what I'll take going into my other fights. So onwards and upwards, but I was happy with the performance.
You've mentioned that there's hopefully a few things happening in the next few weeks or months. You just also mentioned about an exhibition fight. What can you tell us about where these fights will feature? Will you be fighting again on Sky and Boxer, or perhaps maybe moving over to DAZN with your brother Tommy?
Yeah, so my next fight, which should be in like 2 or 3 weeks' time, is with Global Titans. So the Saudi boys. I'm fighting a YouTuber called Warren Spencer. He's not done much boxing, but it's an exhibition. They've asked me to do it, and it'd be good for me to grow my name and do that. And then on the 30th of September, I've got a professional boxing show with Boxer and Sky Sports. I'm just waiting to hear back from an opponent now. So yeah, very busy.
Well, exciting times ahead for you, Roman. Let's just talk a bit about what went down at the press conference between your brother and KSI. I mean, you had your old man throw the tables, kick the tables over. There was birthday kicks thrown, prime drinks galore getting thrown. I mean, what did you make of how that press conference ended?
It was absolute gold. Anybody looking at it, it's definitely bumped up the ticket sales, bumped up the interest, and it's just good watching, isn't it? At any given time when you're watching my dad, he can just switch like that, and he went from the one trying to calm everything down to the one causing all the mayhem. So it was a good press conference, and I think it's just what it needed. There's no love lost between these two, and it just builds the fight further.
There was a lot of trash talking, especially from KSI's side. He's claimed that Tommy's just a wannabe version of your elder brother Tyson. When we look back at Tommy's sort of experience with the whole influencer, social media, misfits boxing, he's come across obviously Jake Paul, which he's beaten in the past. But do you think the likes of the Jake Pauls and the KSIs actually see Tommy as a boxer, or do you think they're sort of on his level in terms of influencer and social media boxing?
As far as boxing is concerned, they see him as the top of it. They're all chasing him. KSI, Jake, and Logan. He is the guy to prove yourself against, because he is the boxer, and he's beat supposedly who was considered the best out of the YouTube lot. So, they're all chasing him, and they all definitely know what he's capable of. So they won't be, taking him lightly or nothing like that. But as far as influencers, it's the other way around, isn't it? The massive KSI, isn't he, over here and all over, so it should be a good fight.
Both fighters are undefeated, but it seems as if Tommy's fought on the bigger stages before. He's fought on, for example, his debut was on the Warrington Frampton undercard, and obviously we also what went down in February in Dubai with Jake Paul. Do you feel as if Tommy's experience is going to be too much for KSI, or do you think the boxing skills alone will be too much for KSI?
Yeah, I think everything, experience and boxing skills, is going to be way too much for KSI. Look at the resume. Tommy's fought Jake Paul, and he's fought real boxers, and he's been doing it since he was 12, 13 years old. So I just think it'd be way too much. And plus that, did you see the size difference between the two of them? Tommy's a naturally big cruiserweight, and KSI's a blown-up middleweight, in my opinion. So I think a couple of rounds maximum, but there's nothing that KSI can do.
Roman, how does Tommy win this fight? Do you see him winning inside the distance, or do you believe Tommy's going to knock him out on fight night?
Yeah, I said it last time about Jake Paul, but 100% more confidence. He will stop this man within 3 rounds maximum. I think he's going to take the experience gained from the massive pressure of Jake Paul, and he's learnt from that, and take it into this fight, and he's going to be more relaxed, and it's going to be a very vicious knockout, because that's what we're training for in camp.
I mean, it's a busy time for the Fury family. I've just recently finished off the At Home with the Fury's Netflix documentary. I'm pretty sure you've had a chance to watch it all over. What did you make of it?
It was good viewing, wasn't it? as you'd expect with Tyson and the rest of them. So, and you know, the country's warmed up to it. It's number one in the country, isn't it? So, great viewing, and yeah, I've not finished it yet. I think I've got one more episode left, but hooked on it.
Just a final one. Logan Paul said that Tyson's ducking Alexander Usyk. We know Usyk defends his world titles this weekend against Daniel Dubois. Tyson will be taking on Francis Ngannou. Just your thoughts on those comments before I let you go, Roman?
Yeah, how can he be ducking anybody? You know, it's a business at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, Usyk's now fighting Daniel Dubois, who's, you know, just come off, you know, who's he beat, you know, and he's giving him a world title. He's definitely more tougher fights that he could have given, so, you know, it's just all ridiculous, and I'm sure it will get settled at some point.
Roman Fury, a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for talking to me.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.